Hi, welcome to Sam's Guitar Show. So today we're going to be talking about this guitar here. It's a Fender Classic Series 72 Telecaster Thinline. This guitar is a reissue. It was based on the 1972 style Tele Thinline. This is a 2011 Mexican-made guitar, and I just figured I would talk about it a little bit, the things that I like about it, the things that I don't like about it, the way that I use it in some of my playing, and I'll do a couple of sound demos with it and just show you the guitar. I know there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube that talk about these types of guitars. I've seen a lot of them, but this is mine, and I've been playing it for a while and sort of worn in it a little bit, and it's become a little bit personalized, so I think that's fun to highlight. So that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit today. So this guitar has a semi-hollow ash body. It's got a solid maple neck with the skunk stripe. The frets are a vintage style sizing, and it's got the bullet truss rod. The pick guard is this white perloid style 3-ply pick guard, and it's got the two Fender wide range humbucking pickups, which have a really sweet sound compared to the standard Telecaster pickup configuration. Only a couple of modifications that I've done to this guitar myself. One being I swapped out the input jack. It's just a little bit more solid, but it's kind of just a standard upgrade for Teles. And then the other upgrade that I did on my own was removing some of the gloss from the back of the neck, and I just like the feel of a more of a frictionless neck. And so I'll talk about the process of how I did that just a little bit. Basically it was taping off the heel and up at the headstock, and just going through a few super fine grit sandpaper, and that was wet sanding, and that just removed some of the tackiness, the stickiness of a gloss feel. And what I found is after several years of having done that, that I've started to develop some wear on it of my own, and it started to develop a little bit easier, and it just feels really comfortable to play. Now, one issue with removing some of that gloss is that the fret ends start to pop out, and especially we're filming in the winter time, especially when it gets dry, the wood shrinks a little bit and those fret ends still tend to pop out a little bit. So it's sort of been a little bit of a continuous maintenance until I get to the point where they aren't going to be popping out anymore. But I've got it pretty good. It's comfortable. It's not super noticeable when I'm playing, especially in the summer. I don't notice it at all, but the winter it gets a little bit tough. So currently I'm playing in a band. I've got a couple groups that I play in, but the one where I'm using this instrument probably the most frequently is a group I'm in. We're basically playing rock and country blues style, covers and writing some of our own. So this guitar gets a lot of use. Another guitar I've got, which I'll make a video on in the future, that's my Gibson SG. I play that one a lot, but the Tele gets a lot of use. And so a lot of times, what I'm using it for, sometimes we'll play outdoor farmers markets. And I think that there's a lot to be said for being an electric group, a sort of a rock and roll band, at an outdoor venue, a farmer's market or whatever it might be, and showing up with a guitar that looks like this versus a Gibson SG, I think this is, it fits the aesthetic. It fits in with that style, but it's still versatile enough that I can use it to play all the tunes that we need to. And so we do some, rockabilly, Johnny Cash type of stuff, and it gives that. So one other thing that I'll probably talk about a little bit more, but something that is a little bit uncomfortable about this guitar, and I'm assuming others of the same style, is the screws right here on the bridge, especially right where palm of your hand tends to rest. And I don't know how well that shows up, but these screws are sort of just exposed, and you can catch a little bit of the edges, that hard edge. And so what I've done is just taken, it's better. It's actually better than it was originally. I just took a StewMac file and, just gently took off that hard burr. And then I used some buffing pads and just smoothed it out, and it's actually much more comfortable than it was originally. And I guess I'll also mention with these, that's a string through the body. So super attractive guitar. I mean, that natural finish is just, you can't beat it. And then with just a little bit of distortion, fat, kind of fuzzy tone. And so I'm able to get that classic sort of twangy, telly sound out of this, but with the sweetness and the versatility of these wide range humbucking pickups. And so I really like that. I like the versatility of this guitar because it sweetens right up. And especially with the middle and neck position. So I think all in all, a guitar like this, you know, the points that I kind of touched on, sort of key reasons that this is just always a go-to in my collection, and when I'm going to pull something out for basically any type of gig, is the versatility of it, the aesthetic. I think it's really important. That's not something to be overlooked about a guitar. And so having a guitar that is versatile like this, can cover a wide range of music, and is super comfortable to play. It's fairly light, you know, as opposed to something like a Les Paul. It's uncomfortable to play for a long time. So a guitar like this is super comfortable. It's versatile. You can get a lot of sounds out of it. It, you know, reacts well with different effects and amplifiers. You can get that really sweet warm tone, a little bit more twangy, punchy country tones out of this guitar. It stays in tune. It's reliable. I think this is absolutely always going to be a go-to, and I think it's worth it for any gigging musician who's playing a lot of different types of venues, a lot of different types of music. Telecaster Thinline, definitely a go-to. And if there's anything else that you'd like me to touch on that you can think of that I should add about this guitar, if you've got a guitar just like this, some experiences that you've had with it in certain gigging situations, let me know. Post that in the comments. You know, I'll keep an eye out for that, and maybe do a follow-up video if we get enough of those. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, if you want to see more, please like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos, really helps us out, and we'll be making some more videos. Thanks so much. Bye.